Hello students, today we will discuss a beautiful poem named as No Men Are Foreign. It is written by James Kirkup. Let's come to the theme of the poem. The title No Men Are Foreign means that no man belongs to another country. The poet wants to say that all men are same, all men are equal. He wants to promote the concept of universal brotherhood. Through this poem, the poet wants to convey the concept of universal brotherhood. Means we all are belong to a same mother and we all are brothers and sisters. In this poem, the poet wants to tell us that everyone in this world is same. All people, all men are same. They eat, live, die the same way. Everyone shares the same earth and same nature like sunshine, land, etc. in equal measure. We can also say that it is a peace poem. The main motive of the poet to spread the message of peace to all over the world through this poem. Let's come to the first stanza. Remember, no men are strange, no country is foreign. Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes. Like ours, the land our brother walk upon is earth like this in which we all shall lie. In the first line, the poet says that no men are strange and no country is foreign. So the poet is attempting to remove the border from the earth, which have been erected to separate different countries. Then only no country will be foreign. Through this first stanza, the poet wants to say that we have lined the different places and give them names like this country and that is that country. We belong to the same land, but we have created the border, we have created the differentiation. So we should remove it. We will feel every country as our own land. When there will be no borders, everyone will be free to move around. The poet wants to say that the entire earth is one, and all the people who live on this earth belong to one human race. Then he says that inside the uniform, worn by soldiers of different countries, the human being is the same. God has made all of us in a similar way. All breathe in the same way. Then the poet says that all the soldiers are our brothers. We all walk upon the same Mother Earth, and upon our death shall lie in the grave in the same earth. The poet in the first stanza says, we belong to the same earth, we are the children of the same mother. No one is different from each other. The same blood flows in the the human body in the same way. We breathe in the same way. We born in the same way, and even we die in the same way. Even we will lie in the grave in the same earth. In the second stanza, the poet says, they too, aware of sun and air and water, are fed by peaceful harvest, by wars long winter stout. Their hands are ours, and in their lines we read, a labor not different from our own. Here they refer to those people who belong to other countries. We call them foreigners and discriminate them and fight with them also. Here the poet says, by saying foreigners or the neighbor country, we are creating a discrimination. No one is a foreigner. All are same. All are equal. All belong to the same mother, same land. The poet says that nature has given all the bounties, means all kind of gifts, to all people. Also just like he has given to us. Means the earth never discriminates between or among us. We have created the discrimination by ourselves. The earth has given everything in an equal way to everyone. Everyone gets sunlight, water, and air in equal measure. It means that God doesn't differentiate between people from different countries. Here the poet says, in the earth, God never discriminates. He shares everything in an equal measure. Like he gave the equal amount of sunlight, equal amount of water, and equal amount of air for everyone. We all do farming during the time of peace, when there is no war. We live a relaxed life and eat the things given to us by nature. Further, the poet adds that the way we starve during wars and winter time is the same for those belong to other countries, even they don't get food at that time. Here the word war is refers to winter. As the poet says, during winter's time, as the people starve or get hungry by not getting food, the same thing happened in other countries also. There also people don't get the food at that time and they become starved. So the poet wants to say that the foreigner who belong to other countries and we both are same. And then the poet says even their hands are same as ours. They work very hard just like we do. The poet says all men are equal. The labor we do or the hard work we do is equal to the hard work which is done by other countries' people. The hands or the physical structure which given by the God is equal to us. Means all men are equal. There is no differentiation among human beings. Let's come to stanza 3. Remember they have eyes like ours that they wake or sleep and strength that can be owned by love. In every hand is common life that all can recognize and understand. The poet asks the reader to remember something. He says that he should keep in mind that the people of another country who think to be our enemies have been bestowed by God with similar appearance like us. Here the poet says, the God has given the similar appearance to everyone. He has given them eyes like ours, which open when we awake. The people of other countries, they have also eyes like us. They open their eyes when they awake, and they close their eyes when they asleep. Similarly, God has given them strength which we can win through love. The poet says, the strength of love is also given to them, which can win anyone's heart. Then the poet says that in every country, in every land, there is no common thing. There is one common thing, that is life. And if we can recognize those living beings and understand their feelings and realize their emotion and realize they are like us, then there will no fight or wars between us. The poet says in every country there is one similar thing which is given by God, that is the life. Means in every country human beings are there. Just like we live in a country, in other countries also the human beings they are living. But it is needed that we should realize their emotion, realize their feeling, realize their pain. We should understand them. Then only we can make far away the fight and war. If we understand each other, if we realize the pain, feelings, and emotion of others, then no fights or war will be occurred. Then come to stanza 4. Let us remember whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves that we shall dispossess, betray, condemn. Remember, we who take arms against each other. Here the poet says that we should remember that whenever someone tells us to hate a person from another country, to think him as our enemy, and whenever we think someone to be our enemy, then we deprive ourselves and we condemn ourselves. The poet says, whenever someone tells us to hate another or the people of another country, at that time we should control us. We should deprive us from that way. Means when someone approached us to hate other, we should not go with their words. We should control ourselves and try to spread the message of love. Again, the poet says that we should stay away from such negativity. We should not consider anyone to be our enemy. During the war, both the parties bear the loss, and that is why the poet says that war is not in our favor. He says that whenever we pick any weapon against someone, we should remember they are our brothers and enemies. Here the poet says, when a war is held, no one is winner there. Both sides, the both parties are the loser. Both loss. Both are get loss. So we should not participate in any war. We should try to stop the war, and we should create a good relation with each other. Let's come to stanza 5. It is the human earth that we defile. Our hells of fire and dust outrage the innocence of air that is everywhere our own. Remember, no men are foreign and no countries strange. Here the poet says, we should keep in mind that whenever we pick weapons against any person, we make the earth dirty or pollute, because weapons kill people and their dead bodies which fall on the earth make it dirty or defile. Whenever war happens, it leads to a lot of bloodshed, fire and death. These dead bodies accumulate on the earth and it makes it impure. The fire of war which erupts, the smoke which comes out, the dust which fills the air, it is so dirty. The poet says, when a wars happen, the earth become dirty, because when we kill someone and the dead bodies fall on earth, it pollute the earth. It make the earth dirty. Means here the poet says pollution means, or the dirtiness means, not the wastage, but the wrong message we spread, or the hatredness we spread on the earth. When the wars happen, the fire which erupts and the smoke which comes out and the dust which fills the air, it is so dirty. It pollutes the earth. That it pollutes and outrages the purity of air. With all these things, the poet wants to give us a beautiful message that we should not indulge in war. The poet says the war makes the earth impure. Finally, the poet ends the poem by writing the first line in reverse and saying that remember no men are foreign and no countries strange. Again the poet repeats the same line by saying no one is separate from us. Everyone is our brother and sister. They belong to the same earth. They are also part of our earth. We share the same land with them. We share the same air. We share the same water with them. We are the sons and daughters of the same mother. Means we are belong to a same family. Here some literary devices are used. First, rhyme scheme. In this poem, no rhyme scheme is used. It is written in a free verse. Free verse means in a freestyle. Alliteration. The repetition of consonant sound in two or more closely placed words. Just like in stanza 1, body, breath. Here the word B is repeated. In stanza 2, wars, winter. Here W is repeated. In this poem, metaphor is also used. In stanza 1, the word uniform refers to military of different countries. In stanza 2, wartime refers to winter season. Here another kind of literary device is used, that is enjambment. The running lines of poetry from one line to next without using any kind of punctuation to indicate a stop. When without using any punctuation mark the poet start another line, that is called the enjambment. This literary device is used in stanza 1, line 2, 3 and 4, in stanza 2, line 2 and 3, in stanza 3, line 1, 2 and 3, in stanza 4, line 1 and 2, and in stanza 5, line 2 and 3. Here the enjambment, the literary device has used. Another literary device, that is repetition. Remember word is repeated 5 times in the poem. Remember no one are strange, no countries foreign. This line is repeated in this stanza in stanza 1 and stanza 5. So in this way the poet has written this beautiful poem and tried to send a beautiful message to the reader, or try to convey a beautiful message that we are living in the same earth, we belong to the same mother, we all are brother and sister, we should not allow any wars to be happened, we should live with peace and tranquility, we should spread a message of love with everyone. All men are equal and no one is differentiated from each other. All are equal. Thank you.